Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been some time. It's been about a month, and the reality is that I made a video about a week and a half ago, and in the middle of editing it, the video files were corrupted like 3/4 way through, and I just couldn't find the time. Things have been so busy to film another video or remake that video. So I figured, why not just scratch that idea for now, wait a little bit. But you can tell from the title of this video that we have collected a new watch. And yes, it is a Rolex Pepsi, however, it's not the one you think. But as you know, the Rolex Pepsi in stainless is one of the most sought after watches on the market, and it is like a unicorn to get from an AD. At retail, it is very, very tough to buy. So this box right behind me, what Pepsi is it? You guys can go in the comments section below really quick. Is it a stainless one? Is it an old one? What is it? Go ahead and drop your guesses down below. In about a minute, I'll go ahead and show you guys what I got. But as of right now, I am wearing the Rolex Explorer. This is the first watch I ever bought, and it is actually, I should say, the first Rolex I ever bought. This is the first Rolex I ever purchased, and that was last year. So it's officially been a 1-year ownership period with this watch, which I will make a video about my 1 year and show you guys how many marks and how much I've beaten this watch up. I mean, I wear this golfing and stuff like that. So this has taken some beating, but it still looks absolutely beautiful, and it is still one of my favorite pieces. Even with the other watch that I've collected throughout this video series that I've shown you guys, this is still a watch that I wear very, very often. Super quick backstory about this watch right here. I just bought it from an AD who I've only purchased one watch from in previous history, and that was earlier this year, about 10 months ago. So I don't have too much purchase history with them. There was a really special reason as to why I was able to even purchase this watch, and it's very simple. This dealer redid their whole shop and made it into a Rolex boutique. As a lot of you guys have noticed nowadays, Rolex is making some of the Rolex stores, if they wanted to get more watches, or they're a high volume store, they're converting into Rolex boutiques, which is mainly Rolex watches. Then they're at a higher priority list with Rolex, I believe, and they're able to get more and more watches. So essentially that's what happened. A store that I've purchased from before, an AD, was then renovated into a Rolex boutique, and I happened to be there on opening day. And I'm walking around, and I worked with the same sales guy from when I purchased a watch earlier this year, one watch from them. And there was a guy there who seemed like he was kind of a worker, seemed like he was kind of a customer. I wasn't sure, he was wearing normal clothes. But nonetheless, you know, he ended up talking to me. We had a super awesome conversation, and it ended up that guy was the owner of the dealer. So I don't know, I've just been getting lucky with people I've been meeting. But essentially, you know, I told him I've been like trying to get some of these watches from that dealer. He's like, oh, you've purchased one watch from us? I'm like, you know, I would have purchased more, but there's just nothing for me to buy. I haven't been able to get any of the high-end sports models, the sought-after models from you guys. So, you know, long story short, he goes in the back and he pulls out two watches. One is a Datejust, the super nice, it's a blue dial one, Roman numerals. And then the second watch that were side by side, the second watch is this one here, and clearly I couldn't say no, and I brought it home with me. But with that being said, that is the backstory of this piece. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's go show you guys this watch and unbox it, and let me know what you guys think. We're gonna try something a little different. Usually I leave the mic on for the camera when I get into these close-up shots here. Today we're gonna take the mic off because it seems like I'm like underwater. It sounds like I'm underwater when I'm filming from behind the camera. But here is the Explorer in all its glory. What an awesome piece. If you want one and you're on the fence of getting one, I recommend you try as hard as you can, because I do think something's gonna happen to this watch in the new 2021 releases in April. I think Rolex is gonna upgrade this, or something's gonna happen. I have a pretty good feeling that this watch is gonna be going up in value, and it already has. If you've looked for used ones, the prices of these guys are going up. Anyways, let's put this aside now, and let's focus on the watch we're here to look at today. Take it out of the sleeve here, and you'll notice right off the bat that it is a bigger box, so that should give you somewhat of a hint of what it is. All right, and the moment we've been waiting for. Here is the newest addition to my collection. This one, as you see here, has a polished center link, which means that this in fact is a white gold Pepsi. And I know the lighting is a little off right now, but it is a blue dial. I'll put some photos up of that, the dial. It is not a black dial. In the right sunlight, that blue contrasts off this red GMT bezel so nice. It is just such an awesome and unique piece. And when I was offered it, I figured, you know what, why not? I've been trying to get a Pepsi for so long, and I mean, you know, it's hard to pass up on a Pepsi, first of all, and second of all, if we could all get one, we would most likely have a gold or a white gold Pepsi. I love this piece. It's so under the radar. I have been wearing it quite a bit. Yes, some people do recognize it as a Pepsi, but very, very few people recognize it as a white gold watch, which means that it goes under the radar. It's not flashy, but those who know what this is are absolutely in love with it. And it seems like these have become pretty hard to get in recent years or recent months as well. A lot of people, you know, it seems like right now Rolex, anything that's somewhat sporty is just on a wait list, especially with the Oyster Perpetuals. But this is no exception. This watch is on a long wait list, and the only reason I was able to get it is because I simply ran into the owner and had a great conversation with them on opening day. But let's go ahead and take a look at this watch in other lighting so you guys can see the colors and how this watch looks like in natural light. Actually, you can tell it's been a while since I've made a video because I totally forgot that a lot of people do like to see the full unboxing. So of course, here's the watch. Here are some extra links here for the watch. Obviously it's sized to me. And if you flap this down here, you will see the warranty card and the serial number is right below that. Thankfully it's covered on this one. So 18/11/2020 or November 11th, 2020. I have been wearing the watch since I got it. Here's a warranty booklet. How to use the watch. Actually, it's quite complicated to manage the 3 time zones on this. There is a video that another YouTuber's made that is a lot better, but maybe one day I can recreate something similar to it, because you can track 3 time zones with this if you learn to use the watch correctly. Your hang tag, and of course your barcode hang tag. Okay, let's go ahead and put this watch on here and see what it looks like in natural sunlight. So here's a wrist shot, and again, that polished center link here. Right here, actually, if you can see here, I still have the sticker on it, so the AD forgot to remove the sticker there. And you know what, I'm just gonna leave it because that spot right there gets scratched up quite a bit on these polished center links. But look at that blue. That is very different from the black dial that you get on the stainless steel. So like I was telling you guys earlier, that blue dial just contrasts with that red GMT bezel on the bottom, and it gives it such an awesome look. And here it is, the first today, December 1st, so I went and updated that because I realized that there's no 31 days in November here, so. But I have been wearing this watch, so if you do see scratches on it, of course, you know, I like to wear and tear my watches. I don't babysit them. But overall, super happy with this piece. I love the weight that it has to it. Of course, as they say, once you start to have gold watches, it is hard to go back to the stainless. The Explorer feels extremely light in comparison to this, but side to side, they are super awesome watches. And this is a 40mm watch, whereas the Explorer 1 is a 39mm. And I'll show you guys the difference here. So here's a shot of the watch side by side. Again, the Explorer is a 39. And the Pepsi's a 40. I will say the biggest difference in these watches is how high it sits off your wrist. Obviously the Explorer with the time only function is very thin. It's just an awesome daily piece. I really do love this watch. But the GMT, it sits a little bit higher. It is more complication, so naturally it's gonna be a little bit of a thicker watch. And we're back out, and there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about really quick. Here, really fast, the Pepsi is on my wrist. Like you can see that blue dial. Super awesome watch. If you do run into this watch at the AD, make sure you try it on, if they even have it out. You might have to ask them to bring it out. I highly doubt they're gonna leave this watch on the showroom floor. But if you do run into your AD and you ask them and they do have it, try it on. I think you're gonna be surprised. It is heavier than my Day-Date, my Everose and Olive Dial Day-Date that I have. This watch side by side does feel heavier. But I want to thank you guys so much for the 2,000 subscribers. We just passed, you know, we're about 2,100 subscribers now. I want to do something as like a giving back thing for you guys. And there was a Black Friday. Obviously, we just passed a Black Friday and I didn't post any videos and all that kind of stuff. So what I do want to do is that I've had a couple of people reach out to me about my Amazon business and things like that. Now there's a link to in the description to join the Amazon program, and I teach you guys step by step on kind of how I did it. Super easy, super straightforward business. Easy income, especially for people who are younger. If you're looking for easy income, try that out. But if you guys are interested in it, send me an email or message me on Instagram and say, hey Vinny, I watched your Pepsi video and you mentioned your Amazon program. with the new business that I have in mind that I'm going to be starting this month, I'm going to make the Amazon program more accessible to everybody. At this point, I want everybody to understand and know how to do it. So I'm going to make it extremely cheap and worthwhile. If you're interested in doing that, again, send me an email or Instagram, send me a message on Instagram, or if you want to send me a message through the Patreon, my Watch Patreon community, that is the first link in description. So thankful for the few that have subscribed to that. The video that I was making that ended up not making it to YouTube was a video about how much money I make on YouTube. So I will eventually make that video again, but it's not a lot of income, and so there's not too much incentive for me to sit here and make videos that take 2 to 3 hours plus an hour of editing to make about $100 a month, right? So the Patreon group helps me as a creator upload more videos and also connect with those guys who are joining in that community. You can join for as little as $1, but it gives you direct communication and direct contact to me personally. And also in that group, when I'm done wearing this Explorer here and all that kind of stuff, I'm gonna offer this watch for sale to you guys first at a way better price than you'll find on the internet. I just wanna give back to those who support me and support my channel, and a safe way to buy and sell some of the some Rolex models that I have. Obviously they're all gonna be authentic. I bought them from ADs and things like that. So if that's something you're interested in, Patreon group is the first link. And if you're interested in learning more about my Amazon program, again, I'm gonna give back to you guys for extremely cheap. Send me an email or send me a message on Instagram mentioning this video, Amazon program, and I will cut you guys a big discount. Now, with all that being said, again, I had to give you guys a quick update because it's been a month since I uploaded, but I hope you guys liked the video. Please drop a thumbs up because it helps me tremendously. Make sure you subscribe. Let's go ahead and shoot for 2,500 to 3,000 subscribers. That'll be super cool. As we get more and more followers, I want to make more videos, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.